The final word.
The final word.
The final word.
The final word. You good? You good? You good?
Yeah, we good.
All right.
Yeah, that dude, Boss Cowboy Sports, I can't stand. Oh yeah, what's up, Boss?
What's up?
You know how hard he is, you know
What's up?
Oh, boss
that
ain't
dude
here.
Jay Tuck, man, I can't stand Jay Tuck. Oh, hey, what's up, Jay Tuck? What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on with you? How you been, man? How you been?
Man. Hey. Man, how you boys feeling?
Hey, man, a win, don't it feel good? Don't win is like perfect makeup.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? And I normally don't get too hype over preseason wins, but them Raiders fans wanted that. Them Raiders fans wanted that game way too bad. I was like, all right, go ahead and take this.
They wired you up.
Yeah. They wanted that game, bro. They wanted that game for some reason.
Oh my God.
They wired you up to
yeah, they had me charged up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, had to pack them boys up real quick.
Raiders fans, they be wanting to win so bad. They was at Oxnard training camp.
Yeah,
they was in the stands. They're like, give me Dak. We would love to have Dak. We would love to have CeeDee Lamb. They would love to have Zeke.
Gardner Minshew, y'all quarterback. Y'all got the audacity to be beating on your chest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Can you imagine fighting for Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell? Like them your choices?
That's why I tell people all the time. I came in this content grade in 2020 with Ben DiNucci, Garrett Gilbert, and Andy Dalton. I ain't trying to go back. I ain't trying to go back.
I'm gonna say this right now. Big Game James, we know that you know we live, and you gonna have to come talk about Zeke today. You can't run. You can't run. I need you to bring your butt up in here, Big Game James. I done called you and everything. It's like that today.
You know who I got for him? Here you go. Here you go, right here.
Get your up there, contain the damn ball.
Listen to these Twitter dogs on Big Game.
This gonna be our last fight before the season start. I want Big.
Yeah.
I want Big. I want somebody that's anti-Zeke. I want him today.
He probably coming in now.
Bring your butt up in here, Big. Quit playing.
Let them wait.
For those of y'all who already know, I'm calling out Big. Tag him.
Yeah.
Say Boston called you out in the final word and you run it. Let's go.
The final word.
Yeah, man. We letting that be known.
Yeah.
But real quick, free CeeDee Lamb and Dak. Oh, man. Law.
Man. Free him, man.
Free.
Hey, this is the thing, whereas when you wait till the last hour, right? Deadline makes deals. So this is a philosophy of the Jones.
The final word.
Yeah.
But then you got to rush contracts, though. You don't want to rush contracts, boss. I know you did some contracts before. You don't want to rush.
The final word.
So what you saying, Law? I'm trying to make sure we're on the same page. You kind of scaring me.
Well, they got less than 2 weeks, and Dak don't negotiate once that season kick off.
I don't know.
That's a standard. I don't negotiate when the season kick off. What a big red office hour.
He said the opposite.
He said the opposite.
He said the opposite. Do we need to kick the show off with that?
Yeah, kick it off with that. So he gonna start negotiating. Maybe sometime.
All right, we gonna kick the show off with that. All right, bet.
I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. I've been really in the field, let up, I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check or something. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives. Need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T-Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, switch your sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up,
man.
Yo.
Kick on that music. Yeah, let's go, man.
That's
All right.
Yep.
All right, man. So we said we was gonna kick it off with the word. So I got you, Law. Here we go.
Mike Ducey, Fox 4. You said you're confident about the negotiations that have been happening regarding your deal. Is it fair to say you're even more hopeful now than maybe you were a few weeks ago that something could get done fairly soon?
I'm not too much of a hoping guy, any which way you put it. If it happens, it happens. Honestly, it's the business. I'm not, whether those contracts are going good, as I said, the conversations, I'm happy where I am right now, and that's really all my focus is. And yeah, I mean, as I said, I enjoy being a Cowboy 1,000%. Enjoy living in Dallas, enjoy everything about it. But this is a business, so conversations are going well. But I'm thankful to be where I am right now, and that's here. That, as I said, I have somebody that takes care of that. So to answer your question, I'm not putting that much thought in. Hoping it gets done now, hoping it gets done in a couple of weeks during the season or whenever it happens. Hoping it gets done now, hoping it gets done in a couple of weeks during the season or whenever it happens. Hoping it gets done now, hoping it gets done in a couple of weeks during the season or whenever it happens. I just know conversations are on the right way.
Oh, hell no. Hit that button, boss.
So, I gotta hit it. Hold on, my butt tripping.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, bro. So
that sounds like slights of bitterness, though. You know,
okay.
It's kind of like you fed up a little bit, and you saying, "Hey, I don't hope anymore." And then he goes back to saying, "Hey, whether it get done now or during the season or for the near future." But then he expressed the fact that he would love to play for the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. Have you ever like you guys been around ladies, right? And they say, "Hey, take the trash out," and you like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get to it." And then when she say, "Fine, that's okay," and she got ready to take the trash out, what do you feel like that's gonna be down the stretch?
Right.
Even though she's willing to take the trash out, she's willing to put the trash in the trash can and roll it out down the street there. What do you really think the outcome is going to be? So I think there's levels of frustration. I think that, if the deal get done, kudos and credence. But if it don't, I think that his mind is already made up. And that's what I'm getting. I could be 1,000,000% wrong, but y'all go ahead.
Yeah, for me, y'all, Cowboys Nation, unfortunately, when it comes to Dak Prescott, this feels very last dance-ish, right? Because when you read the tea leaves of what he's been saying in his interviews, you're just hearing a lot of buts. The very first interview we did when we got at camp, he's like, "But I'm not going to say it, but actually I am," right? There's been a lot of good quarterbacks that had to play elsewhere. So if that's the case, right? So you're hearing a kind of different tone when it comes to Dak Prescott and addressing his future. And then when he talks about today, like he's currently where he's at, he's kind of focusing on where he's currently at. And then you had Jerry Jones kind of piggyback and say, we're focusing on Dak's contract as it currently stands. For me, it feels like this is going to linger throughout the season. This is the reason why Boss called me today, because it's frustrating for me as a Cowboys fan, honestly, because I do not want this dark cloud lingering over our season. So, Law, you said earlier, deadlines make deals. Well, you have to put a deadline. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to give people a deadline. Like, case in point, I do a lot of real estate, right? Sometimes you let people kind of defer their payments or defer their mortgage or their rent. They'll kind of kick it downhill. Okay, I'm a little late right now. Can you give me a week? Can you give me, like, they'll play that game. But when you put that eviction notice on that door, and they come up with that money so much quicker. So I feel like it's going to be important for Dak to actually put his foot down and give a deadline and say, okay, listen, y'all, I want to be a Dallas Cowboy. I want to play for this team. This is my home. I love it here. But the season's starting. We're going to close down contracts, and hopefully we will revisit this in the next year, right? Because I feel like that will actually put pressure on the Joneses. Now, personal story, and she won't mind if I share this, right? Back when me and my wife were dating earlier on, long time ago, right? Her ex-boyfriend had just came out the blue because he thought that we were getting close, and he just proposed to her out the blue, right? So at that time, she was like, you know what? This is a lot. We kind of been together for a while. He just proposed. I just need to take time to think about it, right? And so what I told her, okay, do what is best for you. Take the time that you need. But next weekend, I am going to Las Vegas for my mother's birthday. This is old Vegas, Tuck, right?
Old Vegas.
If you did not have a decision, then God bless you, because I am nobody's second choice. And I feel like Dak Prescott needs to do that same exact thing with the ownership of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not your second option. I've been the MVP runner-up. I've been Walter Mann Payton of the Year. I've done everything you've asked me to do since 2016, since the moment you drafted me. I'm not going to sit here and let you twiddle your thumbs and play me as a second option. So either you appreciate me and show me the value that I've earned, or next year it's going to be open season and I'm going to turn my Facebook status to single, and whatever happens, happens. If you win, you win, but everybody's going to be after me, right? So I feel like you have to put that pressure on the ownership, because if not, you're going to let them play games all season, criticize every throw, every win, every loss, and it's going to be a massive distraction to our season.
What more do you want from me?
He gave, as y'all see, I've been happily married ever since. You know what I'm saying?
That's the key. That's the key right there.
Yeah, got that long-term deal.
But you had to give an ultimatum, basically. You gave an ultimatum. And Dak, to this point, at some point, and I'm not calling Dak beta, but you're going to have to be that alpha male and say, it's my way or the highway. You got to show that selfish bone sometimes to get along, and that's what you did. You wasn't gonna share her, with Smooth. You wasn't gonna wait around for feelings to catch. So you said, "Look, it's either me or the highway, or me or him." Ultimatum, because I'm gonna go to Vegas. I'm all ripped up and small. Hey, it's gonna be shirt off time. There's somebody out there that's gonna want this dude. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you got to do that type of situation. Now, Dak Prescott, he got to walk into that room and show the Joneses, hey, this is what I am. I think that it went all the way back. When I'm let boss, because we like some Southern preachers over here. We're gonna take over.
I ain't tripping.
It goes all the way back. It goes all the way back to Tony Romo in his first contract with Bill Parcells and Jerry Jones. And they was locked in this small little room, knee to knee. And they said that Romo didn't flinch. And I'm not bringing up Romo versus Dak situation, but sometimes people get a high off of that. Sometimes these guys that got money, people like Mortimer and what's the other guy name, boss? That made Rudolph. The bet over $1. Rudolph and Mortimer.
Yeah, them my boys.
Yeah, them boys.
That's my boys.
Sometimes them boys with all of that money, it's just a game to them.
Yep.
They will bet over and take over your life for $1.
Yep.
Them two right there, not Jimmy, but Jerry and his son.
Yeah.
They looking for somebody to give them a little bite back. And if not, they will continue to raise rent on you. They continue to raise prices, inflations on you until you say, no, I'm not finna take this no more, man. Pay me. And I like what Jordan Love did. I'll be at practice, but I won't throw a ball until y'all pay me. And he got $250 million with one playoff win. Of course, it was against the Cowboys, but he got $250 million. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I just did a whole show on what y'all talking about. That's why I knew Dak. I just did it. Dak needs to close the door. So it's basically what y'all saying, that he needs to put his foot down on a deadline and really honestly hold to it. Like really hold to it. Like, and I say this deadline should be by the start of the season. Yeah. And I think he need to say it. I think he need to say it, Law. I think he need to say, because if he does not, every loss is going to be put on him, and it's going to be a week-to-week drama. Now, maybe he can handle it, but your team in the headlines about you, and it's always, so to just protect the team, to protect the team and to give them their deadline that make deals, say, listen, man, and it's fair to him. It's like, listen,
Yeah.
I am not playing or discussing this contract past September 9th. Ain't that game 1 September 9th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not talking about this past September 9th. And I got respect for y'all. And I understand, that this Trey Lance publicity stuff is going to make a lot of money. But that's not my goal. My goal is to win. So let me focus on what I need to do to win. And I need to have a clear head, a clear conscience, and lead my team and not be in the headlines week to week over my contract. The saddest thing about this, and then I'm going to shut up. All these inferior contracts that done got paid this offseason, and their teams told them, you are our guy. Tua, you had all these concussions, but you are our guy. Sunshine, you are looking on the borderline of bust to easily overrated, right?
Yeah.
But you are our guy. Herbert, you are our guy.
Yeah.
MVP run up, we not sure. I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Boss, you mentioned something. I said this the other day. What Mike McCarthy needs to do is set the precedent in the locker room. We're not talking about this as a team moving forward. You're not going to talk about my contract moving forward. We're not going to talk about the future moving forward because, like you said, Boss, what's going to happen? It's going to catch somebody. It might be somebody not equipped, right? Hey, Cooper Beebe, it was a bad loss versus the Ravens. So what about your quarterback and Dak Prescott? Do you think that you know what I'm saying? So you're having to step to the podium and ask these questions, and you're not equipped. And now they're going to wait for us. One little, what Micah said this about Dak. Could there be trouble in there? Could there be that? You know the game that the media plays. So why not just nip in the butt? And CeeDee Lamb did a good job of this. Remember at the camp that he had for the kids. I'm not talking anything contract wise.
Yeah,
nothing. Don't ask me nothing. It's all about the kids. And guess what? When they got there up there, they didn't ask nothing about the contract. You know what I'm saying? Dak Prescott, bro. Listen, I love you. You're my dog. But we can't fight these battles alone. You're gonna have to help us out. So, spot us a little bit.
Help me.
Help me, bro. Like we out here fighting for my life, like R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, but every time he just says the right thing and they use it. And I always said that Dak's biggest fault is being loyal to an organization that's not loyal to him. So since you're going to sit back and say, well, we'll talk about it through the season, whatever gets dealt. Oh, he said whatever through the season. So we got time.
Yeah.
We got time. Oh, hell no. It's like, nah, man, you go out there, you show up for voluntary, you show up for mandatory, you show up for OTAs. You're out there you're doing everything. And they're just sitting back saying, I'm
hey, look at him. We got us one. Look at him.
And he goes to the podium. That's the well to be here. Like you're saying all the proper corporate answers, but it gets you no favors in Dallas.
Hell nah. And to get him more hate, more and more people are saying that he's the reason why X, Y, and Z. Right. And he got so much money and these sorts of things. Whereas I know that's your guy, Gerald. What's his name? McCoy.
Jim McCoy,
I reposted it. It's on the top of my Twitter, and he said that he believed that Dak Prescott should take the ultimate pay cut, in order to stay here because his money is being cross-leveraged with sponsors and things like that. And then Texas got no state taxes. No, man, come on, Gerald. Nah, you just got on there.
I told him, like,
he echoing the 3-ladder and the 4-ladder stuff, man.
I'm the one pushing the buttons, so I'm the one. I'm the bad guy.
I talked to G. I was like, bro, you sure you want me to post this? You know what I'm saying? You sure this is short you want me to, you know what I'm saying?
You sure, bro?
You sure? Because I told him, right? And it goes exactly what Boss was saying. Maybe if you show some appreciation to Dak earlier on in his career and said that you are our guy, we're 1,000% behind you, then you can maybe take a little discount. what goes on here in Kansas City. They told Pat Mahomes as soon as they moved on from Alex Smith, you are our guy, bro. 15 years, 20 years, you are here. You know what I'm saying? We are not. So you can able to use that and say, I am that guy. This organization really believes in me. They didn't bring me around the ring. They didn't franchise tag me twice. I always have to constantly prove myself. Yeah, I'll cut y'all a favor. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? We good. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than what we do in our real lives. If Law needs something for me, I can sell it from Law for a discount because that's my dog. But if somebody off Twitter wants something, nah, bro, it's full price for you. It's for I don't know you like that. It's the same thing. You don't have this relationship. The Joneses never believed in Dak from the beginning. They wanted to go back to Romo. They franchise tag him twice. They always got some sneak dissing. They allowed the mothership to say whatever they want about Dak in this case freely. Like all these different things. I'm not cutting you a discount because I have a sponsorship through Adidas and Nike and Jordan brand. It doesn't work that way with Dak Prescott, unfortunately. And the Cowboys know this. They should have already had this money set aside for him, CeeDee Lamb, and Micah Parsons because we knew this was coming up in the future.
Look. I hate to say this, though. It's like a double entendre. He said that Dak Prescott should take the discount. Wasn't it a piece of the money that they supposed to pay Dak Prescott? They went and got him.
Right.
They went and got him. He was long in the tooth at the time. And I'm not beating him up or what have you. Yeah. But that's just what they do with the extra money. They get players. I'm not saying that Gerald McCoy is terrible or anything, but they go and get these bargain basement deals. And I'm not calling him bargain, but what I'm saying at the time, we was all happy and enthused about it. But look, that ship done already sailed. 3 years before that time frame, yes, that would have been a nice picking. So the Cowboys, when you're talking about principles and philosophy, they're going to still put the raisins in the potato salad because that's just what they do. But they do not believe in spending big dollars. They do not believe in paying a player early because they try to do this thing that boss is going to pull up. I know for sure. The length of the years. They like to do the Mahomes thing, but they like to sneak you into it and say, okay, now they took advantage of Tyron Smith. They gave him an 8 to 10 year contract when he was 19, 20 years old. He don't know what he's getting into, you know. He couldn't even buy beer. And they had that man rights forever. So what I'm trying to tell you guys that the Joneses like to play this little slick game, and then they allowed the media and the people to beat you up. And I'm telling you guys before I let boss go, that the $6.5 million that Amari Cooper took less to stay here, he would never get that money back. Never.
Yeah, man. And see, Tuck, I need to pull up that tweet you was talking about with Tyron Smith. Yeah. When basically our players know better now.
Yeah, they know better now.
That's really what it's coming down to, is that the days of just kind of being brain dead and letting your agent handle it, those days are over. Yeah, now guys understand, especially with the increase of the cap.
Right.
Every percentage is a bigger payday for them now, and they paying attention. And so I'm just being honest, Dak was the first one to break this precedent. That's what happened. Everybody was 6, like start from Rome at the top. 6, 5, 8, 6, 6, and look at the names: Romo, Dez, T. Smith, Fredericks, Zach. These were our best, and they was put on 6, 5, 8, 6, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 4. Dak ended up being 4.
Who played the entirety of their contracts out of these things, bro?
See.
None of them.
Where Gallup? You got Gallup on there? Because he's signed a 5.
I don't. I did this 4 years ago.
Damn.
And see, that's what killed me.
That mark's still relevant, God.
I did this 4 years ago. It's still relevant today.
my button was broke on that damn button. God, dog.
And so then people listen to this and they be like, wow. It'd be like, bro, we all been talking about this in new media for at least 4 years.
It's not even really about the money as much as it is the years, the contract years. And when you look at these two sides, they look at it very, very differently. The Cowboys historically, Ben, they love doing long-term deals. And the reason for that is when they do that, they have more control over the player on the back end of contracts.
It goes to your question: who finished it? Who finished that? You see, Zach Moore was the first one to wake up out the Matrix. That's what happened.
He skipped everybody in line.
Right. He woke up. He was like, "Wait a minute!"
Right.
When everything becomes team friendly, and you look at a player like Tyron Smith, that was an 8-year contract. Zach Martin, when they extended him, that was a 6-year contract. Trevon Diggs last year, that was a 5-year contract. They do these long deals, and eventually when the player continues playing well, the contract becomes very, very team friendly. And since there are so many years left, the player really has a hard time coming back to the table and asking for more money. Now, from CeeDee's side, he has this agent. His name is Tory Dandy. Tory Dandy is known around the NFL for doing shorter term deals. And some of his clients include DK Metcalf, 3-year extension. Deebo Samuel, 3-year extension. Hassan Reddick, who's in the news right now, when he was a free agent, 3-year deal with the Eagles. Denzel Ward, 4-year extension with the Browns. He never goes to 5, 6, 7, 8. Never, ever, ever. His goal is to do 3 or 4, which means the player, if he continues playing well, could go back to the team and ask for another extension. He did the same thing with A.J. Brown as well. Another one of his clients got traded from the Titans to the Eagles. Got a big deal with the Eagles this offseason, got another extension from the Eagles because it was time to pay him up again. That's the way the agent works. So both sides have two different viewpoints on this. One side wants shorter years, another one wants longer years, and that has been the holdup. But I do believe, Ben, this will eventually be figured out. The Cowboys obviously are a better team of CeeDee Lamb on the field.
Yeah. And here's the thing, the one caveat to that. Now these players are coming out of college with NIL deals. They already know they value points.
Yes.
Coming out the game, bro. So they're not about to sign these long-term deals for 5 to 6 years. So the Cowboys being able to get over like they used to, them days are long gone. So they're going to have to figure out. So, and like you were saying, boss, what was the nugget they threw out there? 33 million. 33. They offering them the second highest deal. Tuck, he's just being greedy.
Yeah. That's how they get him. That's how they get him. He turned down 33.
He turned down 33.
Yeah, they didn't say nothing else.
33 for 33 years.
They say nothing else.
He turned down 33 million.
Who you think leaked that? Who you think?
Exactly. Who leaked it?
That little no-look pass. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, put that out there.
I gave an
we
analogy.
got big in the building.
I gave the get in on this.
Yeah, they put.
But I gave the analogy while you setting Big Game James up.
Yeah.
I gave the analogy right here, Jay Tuck and Boss, earlier today. It's like the lawyer telling you, "Hey, don't take the plea deal. I can get you off, right?" But the plea deal is 2 years, and say, "Hey, man, I can just serve the 2 years and get up out of there, right?"
Right.
And you're not listening to your lawyer. You take the plea deal for 2 years. You get locked up inside. Something else happened. Now it's another 5 years. Now something else happened. It's 10 years. You should have listened to your lawyer. And that's what Tory Dandy is trying to tell CeeDee Lamb. I get it. $33 million. It may be the most money you ever seen in your life. But don't sign this deal.
Right.
Don't sign this deal because I want to get you back in front of the table like I did AJ 2 years from now. 3 years from now, and all of the fan base is going to hear CeeDee done turned down $33 million. He must be selfish. So somebody see that Jay Tuck, he didn't take the plea.
Right.
He could have just took the plea deal. Turn on 1 year, 2 years. But what I'm trying to tell you, the lawyer is trying to help you out. And see, that's what I'm trying to tell people. You got to listen to your agent. This is what they do. And like you said with the NIL agreement,
they smarter now.
These kids gonna be crazy.
They smarter now.
They know they value, man.
So we can move on from Dak and get Shador. Shador ain't signing no 8-year deal.
He ain't doing no. I said it with Mahomes signed it. I said it was the dumbest deal ever.
Yeah.
Mahomes deal is worse than T. Smith deal.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And here, before Big Game James go one more time. You know, Mahomes come from money too, though. it's not like he was living out of the trailer like Dak Prescott and them. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to use money as a leverage, but at the same time, you can take a little risk when you come from money and you've been managed with money and you grew up in that lifestyle. And I'm not saying that Mahomes ain't worth or he shouldn't have signed that. But what I'm saying is that, shoot, when somebody come to you early and break that deal off, it's easier versus somebody selling you.
You ain't lying.
Name, etc. But that's just what it is.
And what has changed? And what has changed now that all of us can relate to? Dak Prescott, y'all, is now a father, and everyone will tell you when you are a father, the one thing you will not do is take food out of my children's mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different, right? When you stealing from me back when I didn't have kids, okay, cool. You laid on my little bonus, okay, whatever. I'm mad. But when you messing up, my kids got school clothes, and you know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, it's different, right? So that's what people got to understand. Things are different when it comes to Dak Prescott, and he got a baddie in his ear, probably saying, "No, we don't need them." You know what I'm saying? So he's probably like, he's sitting up at night like, "I'm good." So
she's saying, hopefully, Dak, shut up with that. I don't play for money. You got a daughter. Shut that up. Shut up.
And just for cover, Dak do got generational money now, but I'm talking about on that first deal. It wasn't the same. It wasn't the same as like Mahomes and stuff coming from that neck of the woods. But go ahead, big game, James. Look at him.
There he is.
And you finna get a whooping today on that Zeke.
I ain't nobody worried about that Zeke thing. Y'all just be talking.
We finna jump your ass. I'm sick of you.
Go ahead and jump me. I'm sick of Zeke. I'm sick of talking about him. Damn, Zeke.
Sick of you, man.
About him. Sick of him. Sick of y'all talking about him. Y'all
bad, man. I
ain't talking with his agent.
We gonna come to that. I'm just letting you know I ain't sneaking you. The fight is coming. This ain't gonna be no
That's
sneak.
Fine.
I'm coming right to your face and I'm swinging at you,
That's fine.
boy.
Right. That's fine. That's fine. He ain't gonna do it.
All right, I'm just letting you know the fight is coming, homeboy.
What do y'all, dog? What do you do to y'all?
I mean,
Zeke didn't do nothing to me, but I'm tired of y'all. Just
before we fight about
him.
Zeke, because this fight is coming for sure, bro. I'm sick of all of the Zeke hate. And see what I'm gonna do with you, Big. I'm gonna use your face for everybody that I want to punch. That's what I'm gonna do today, bro. That's what I swear to God.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right, here
that's
we go.
Fine.
Now we gonna be nice first.
Okay.
So John Machota, he said, now Cowboys DT Jordan Phillips said he's familiar with Mike Zimmer's defensive scheme because he has worked with some other coaches from Zimmer's coaching tree. It's just like riding a bike. On why the Cowboys are a good scheme fit, the three-tech DT comes off the ball and they get to make a lot of plays, and that's what I like to do. Big, what's your thoughts on that? We're going to start with you on that, homie.
I mean, he's not the same he was when we wanted him 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit a pause for me.
Yeah.
Because he's not that same player when he got 9.5 sacks when we wanted him, right? If you look at his production since then, it's been minimal.
Yeah.
It's fell off big time, right?
Yeah. You ain't seen that major production pass rusher that when we wanted him.
When we wanted him.
Yeah, because when it was 4 years ago.
When he was young and it was gonna come and he was riding the hot wave. He just came off of whooping Dallas, talking trash, 9.5 sacks. He had the most tackles he had in the whole season. That was the time to get him, and he was affordable. He was affordable enough for you to get him. He was affordable. Cowboys wanted to go the cheap route, and it's just like that's the thing that frustrates me about this organization. I love how you went and got him, but y'all always, just like with Jonathan Hankins, y'all wait until he gets older. You wait till he gets cheaper, and then you're like, okay, let's make the deal now. And I'm not hating on getting Jordan Phillips, right? But it's just like, damn, why do y'all wait? Because now he's not that player. He's not the guy to getting them sacks, and he was in that contract type year. So you know how guys play in their contracts. They going to go hard, right? And so now I wonder, what, 32, 31, 32? So, I like, they said he's going to play the 3-tech. Let's hope that he can bring back that magic from a few years ago if he's going to play the 3-tech position. I love the size. I love the ability. I don't know about that pass rushing right now because we haven't seen it in 3 years, boss.
This is the Vivica Fox effect, huh? You know.
Explain it loud. Oh, okay, I'm with you, but I want you to explain it. You gotta explain it. You ain't gonna explain that.
You don't gotta explain that one. You ain't gotta explain that one. Man. I'm still dating at 60. Yeah. I'm still dating at 60.
You can't handle the truth.
The applications out there became James.
Oh, Lord have mercy. But I'm glad at least they got somebody, right? At least they got somebody worthy. They didn't go out there and just get anybody. So I'm glad they went and got that. But that's a shut up signing, if you ask me. Shut up. We got a big guy. Shut up. We got an edge. Shut up.
And why wasn't the shut up signing? Is because Huggins went out there and pushed over a little intern, and then Tony, the end that they brought in from Commanders, he already got cut. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, it's just one of those things. Like Big Game was saying, it's just like it's Jags, right? And I call him like just the guy. Like now, does Jordan Phillips have some upside potential, possibly? But it's nothing that you have to be afraid about. You know what I'm saying? Like you nothing to scheme around. It's just because we are just desperate for defensive tackle. It's a name, an older guy, but it's like, I don't understand why the Cowboys never just go out there and just fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like they put some Band-Aids on, they put some tape on the tires and continue to drive on. Versus going out there and fixing it. And so it's like, am I happy that we got him? Yeah, because we had a massive hole, but I still we feel to have a hole in defensive tackle. Like I feel like Derrick Henry is not going to change his approach because we got Jordan Phillips out there. They still going to run right down that A gap and kind of test to see what's we really about. So, you know, it just kind of goes to their philosophy that we've been talking about. It's just like they're cheap. You know, they don't pay their players. They drag things out. It's just the Cowboys' way, unfortunately, y'all. And I just don't think it's ever going to change. And you kind of go back to Brandon Cooks, right? Granted, Brandon Cooks was a good value add last year, but we needed him the season before when we was out there bleeding out with Noah Brown. Think about how that would have changed the course of our season, but they didn't want to pay at that time because the draft capital would have probably been a little bit higher with the Houston Texans. So they wanted to wait. Well, yes, we added on Brandon Cooks, but when we really needed him, what do? We can't afford it. So we're bringing in T.Y. Hilton, or how about Tuck goes to the Mavericks game and chant OBJ, and we can see if we can pull this off. It's just the way that they go about things, man.
It's a day late and a dollar short.
Day late and a dollar short, but he solidified his promise though. He said he was going to trade for a big boy, and he went and got a big boy. I think that for sure. Don't hit me with the wee woo button. Don't hit me with the look.
You telling
it? Yeah, hit it.
No, don't hit the button. Let me get this.
Hit it.
He said he was going to get it.
Hit the wee woo.
But they could have just re-signed him.
This is for big.
But once again,
you see this guy?
Can we?
Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
He's better than Carl Davis. And you don't have to depend.
You're right.
So much
He is Carl Davis, but listen, we all knew Carl Davis wasn't going to do nothing. And he was probably going to make the team. We all knew that last year. Y'all feel me? We know this. So this is the problem. We the fans know this. How can we predict what they're gonna? That's what's the sad thing is. We predict what they gonna do. We know what they gonna do. Like there ain't no surprise. And once again, I want everybody to know we're not mad that you went and got Carl Lawson. We're not mad you got Jordan Phillips. We're not mad at that. But it's just how you're doing it. Just like Tuck said, y'all wait till when we need them the most, you don't get them. When it's like, oh, let's go ahead and get them now to shut people up because we want people to know we are being aggressive. It's almost like we want to let people know, yeah, we went and traded that tackle. Yo, we went and got that edge. You get what I'm saying? But is it moving the needle? That's all I'm saying. Is it moving?
Is Hankins? He's better than Jonathan Hankins.
In pass rush, yes. And
pass rush, yes.
And being taking on doubles.
But you should have kept Hankins to be that nose and still have Jordan Phillips be your 3-tech. You get what I'm saying? That's the problem. You're eliminating people, and then now you're putting Jordan Phillips in there, right? Now the pressure's on him. So if he don't come through and turn up, what we gonna say? Man, why y'all get Jordan Phillips? He ain't do shit.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I jump
That's
in
what's
real
gonna
quick?
happen.
Can I
Right.
jump in real quick?
Go ahead.
I wanna jump in
Going
real quick.
Just
real
going
quick.
back, they tied to Dak.
Just real quick. Oh, you said you want to talk about that?
No, I said, and they tie it back to Dak. The reason why he had to do, you know what I'm saying? Crazy.
Check
It's
this
Dak
out.
fault now. It's all DPF.
It's
now,
Dak fault.
You know the funniest part about this though? If you really think about it, this is still the best DT group that we've had in years.
Yeah.
It really kind of shows you how bad our DTs have been over time. Just period, right? To where, yes, Phillips is not what he was when we wanted him, but he's still better than like almost any one of the one techs that we had in the last 4 years. You know?
Yeah. From
Now,
pass rush, yeah.
in terms of this is what I honestly feel about this quote, to be all the way honest. I feel
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
the reason why I say that is because I know you want to play 3 tech, bro.
Right. It's not what
But
we need you.
that exactly that's
You are
what
not
we-
be.
yeah.
No,
Especially
that's
when
not what we. That's not what you're here for, bruh.
Yeah, I don't think
We
that's
need
what
you
you're
to stop
here
the
for.
run. We don't
Right.
need you to rush the damn
Yeah.
passer. We need you
Yeah.
to stop the run,
Right.
not rush the passer. So are you going to
Especially-
be Malik Collins? Because I went back to that Rams game again. I went back and looked at that Rams playoff game again, and Malik Collins got his ass worked in that game.
Right.
Worked. And you know why? Because he was a pass rushing 3 tech. And what did they try to do? Make him a 1 tech. And that's not what he was. And you saw it get blown up. Now we're saying Jordan Phillips come over here and be a 3 tech. No, you need to stop the run. You need to take that big body and take on the guard and the center and the guard, and you need to hold it up and open up the doors for them linebackers. Obviously, if he's coming in saying, did he come in and say he wanted to play 3 tech? Did he come in and say, I want to play 3 tech? Because why are they all of a sudden having him play 3 tech and he ain't got no damn sacks since 2019?
And you know what the craziest
He
thing
had
is?
2.5 sacks last year, and we putting him at 3 tech permanently? That just don't make sense to me.
Yeah, that's why I called it.
You know the crazy thing though, big game James? Malik Collins had Jonathan Allen
Sir.
type of production last year though.
Ain't no
Yo,
damn
last-
Jonathan Allen.
He had Jonathan
Ain't
Allen's
no damn
production.
Jonathan
That's all
Allen.
I was saying. He
I
had 7
don't
sacks,
care.
49 pressures last. I'm talking about Malik Collins, but I
But see,
feel what you're saying.
you're right. But Mullins is a pass rushing defensive tackle. When Dallas picked him up, they tried to make him a run stuffing. That's not what he was, and that's the problem. They try to make him that, and that's why the defense was compromised, because he didn't want to play that. He wanted to rush the passer. That's what he wanted to do. They try to make him as, no, you're going to stop that. You're going to take that center, you're going to take that guard, and you're going to hold it. And that's not what he wanted to do. That's why he
I think he good enough though. I think he good enough.
Who?
Phillips.
He good enough. I ain't mad at Jordan Phillips being here.
Okay.
But is he taking us over the hump? I don't know about that.
Check this out, and then we go move off of DT.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
Mazi's done a good job in there. We got to find some more noses. Obviously, he's done a good job in there. We got to find some more noses. Obviously, done a good job in there. We got to find some more noses. Obviously, see how these young guys do. So we'll just kind of go from there.
Do y'all trust Mazi? I don't. I'm
I do.
sorry. I don't.
I do.
I don't.
But not for a whole game. No.
Well, it depends on what you say trust.
I don't
Yeah,
trust
it
him.
depends on what you say trust.
Let me ask you
Break
this.
down- break down the
Do y'all-
trust
do y'all
Let's
think-
go around on that
No.
one at a time on that. So you took.
Well, I was going to ask the question. Do y'all think that Mazi surpasses Tristan Hill type production?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I
Tristan
don't-
was.
It depends on what you say. In
Tristan was
terms of
3
doing
tech.
your
What kind of
job,
production
yes.
we talking about?
But at least Tristan Hill, right?
That's
He
a
went
damn
out there,
floor.
he played hard, he always ran, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I just don't feel like Mazi is going to give people what they are wanting. You know what I'm saying? And like, and it kind of goes back to his draft. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he's just going to be a guy, but you're never going. I
Just a
personally-
guy.
Yeah, I feel like a guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't feel like we're gonna sit out there and say, "Oh, Mazi just completely dominated this game."
Oh yeah, we're not.
No, we ain't gonna see that.
Tuck, you
we
know
not
it.
gonna see that.
Yeah,
You know it, Tuck.
Yes, I don't know what the
I think what we gonna
expectations are
see
from Mazi.
is somebody that take on them doubles well, and I think you can get about 2 to 3 series out of him, and he got to go get his rest.
25.
We'll see if he can take on them doubles well. We'll see. Well, I still need to see
I like
because
them on the Rams, bro.
But when he goes
I
gets
like
that rest balls, it falls off a cliff. Like,
Would you say? Yeah, would you say that again, Tuck? Hold on, I didn't hear you. What?
20 to 25.
It's going to fall off a cliff when he goes and gets that rest. Like, who's going to be the extra nose if Jordan Phillips is playing the 3? We know Osa. Who?
Bam, he was a first round draft pick.
That's why I played that clip, man. Because the people not paying attention, that Zimmer said we obviously need noses, plural. So Phillips is not enough.
So he don't feel because he don't feel confident in him.
He don't feel. Let me play it one more time.
Play it one more time.
He don't feel confident, Mazi.
You know, Mazi's done a good job in there. We got to find some more noses, obviously.
Some more noses.
And do you hear what he said though? See, the thing about Zimmer, he knows how sensitive and tender Mazi is. I'm sorry, he's sensitive and tender to me, and he don't want to. Yeah, that's just my perspective. I'm sorry, I'm not disrespectful.
No, you just an OG, bro. You just my bro. I like how you speak your mind, bro. Go ahead. My bad. I mean, cut you off.
I just feel like he's still not mentally there, in my opinion. I just listen to how he talks, and I just feel like you're just playing this game because you got to. That's just what I get from him, in my opinion. You're just playing this game because you got to. That's why. You're here because you're big, you're strong, and you're in the NFL, so this is my job. But I don't see no passion with it. I don't see nothing with it. I don't see nothing with that with Mazi. I just feel like mentally, I don't know if he's still there. And that's what I'm worried about. I mean, he's a first round draft pick. And asking him to take on double teams as a first round draft pick, you got to give me more than that, dog. You got to give me a little more than just holding double teams as a first round damn draft pick, a defensive tackle.
Right.
I just take it, bro. I'm sorry.
Man, and he ain't gonna be great at that. I'll tell you. Watch this year. He won't be great at it.
And big. Let's be honest. We knew in that class everything around that pick was not a real first rounder, and we know that. Bergeron as well. We all had second, bottom, first at best grades on Mazi. For real. All of us did. So he's a first rounder, but he not like a Dexter Lawrence bottom of the first rounder type. You feel me? That's a real bottom of the first rounder. You know, like yeah, Mazi. No. So
is Mazi a dog to you?
Here's the thing. Can he get it? Maybe, but I didn't see dog at Michigan. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see dog at Michigan either. You know what I'm saying? So I personally didn't see the attraction. I felt like what you're saying, Big. When I did my scouting report on Mazi, it was just a guy who was just big and strong and can kind of just bully his college football. But the game changed. When I did have Gerald McCoy on my show, he talked about the technique, the sloppiness. You know, he was out of shape. He was gassed. Like, there's a lot of things that goes into being an NFL defensive tackle, especially a nose, besides just being big. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going against centers who are typically the hardest brain trust of the offensive line anyway. So it's like, it's going to require more than that. And I don't want to call Mazi sensitive, right? But what I will say is what I'm getting frustrated with, there's a lot of tiptoeing around when it comes to Mazi. You know what I'm saying? Like from the media.
Yes.
Like,
they coddle him.
It's just like, you know, good rap, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, like you might have to light a fire, but I'm not sure if they're going to let Zim actually light that fire. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe something will click. Maybe something will click for Mazi. But for me, I feel like I have more, I don't know, hopes for some other players in this year's draft class than I do for Mazi Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like I would expect more upside from a Schoonmaker than I expect from Mazi Smith. I'm not expecting much from Mazi, to be honest with y'all. Like it's just small.
It was a bad pick. It was a bad pick.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's it. I'm saying it just from me. Y'all don't gotta agree with me. I'm saying from me, it was a bad pick.
it was a massive reach for me personally. It was just like we need. And here's the crazy part: Mike McCarthy wasn't for the pick. He wanted Matthew Bergeron, and Dan Quinn wasn't for the pick. They said, Dan, we know this is not what you typically like. So it was Steven and Will McClay that made the pick, and he doesn't fit what anyone likes to do. So now it's like, all right, well, Zim, you fix it. And Zim was like,
and Michael Parsons. Right.
We need more noses. Yeah, you and Mike can fix it. And Zim is like, man, I need more noses. Yeah, I need more noses. This ain't gonna.
My grandpa seen me say, I like him, but we need more noses. He's a big body, and I'm gonna keep him, but I need dogs.
Right.
That's what he said. He didn't say I need noses. I need dogs. That's what he really said.
Real quick, man. It's time to go on whoop big real quick. It's that time,
Go
bro.
ahead with me. That's
Let's
fine.
go,
Come on.
bro.
Come on with it. Come on with it.
Like, so
Mr. 1-5.
nah, I'm trying to see something. First of all, are you one of them people that think Freeman is just as good as him? I need to know that right now.
No, he's not as good as Ezekiel.
See, that's
Elliott.
why you my dog, bro. Because I was like, what is going on in the world?
No, he's not.
Okay, we cool.
No, he's not. He's not better
Because I
than
was going to
Ezekiel.
show
That's
this
not.
and say, man, Freeman can't do none of this. Like, literally,
No,
not
because I
a
ain't seen
bit of this.
This
This right here, dog.
Oh, Freeman did run with power in that game, though.
The agility, big. Look at
Man,
this.
okay, show that. Okay, can you show that? Hold on, stop doing all that because all they did was touch him. He was tackled. He was tackled at the 1 yard. He got 1 yard and was tackled, and you doing all that. He wouldn't get past the one. He wouldn't get past the line of scrimmage. Oh God! And did you see the first? You need to stop. You need to stop. You need to stop right now. Stop. Watch the first guy touch him. Watch.
I knew this clip was gonna piss you off, man. When you saw that agility, I knew you was gonna be pissed.
He didn't see no agility. He ain't have no damn agility. He got.
Man? It's you that
because you always hyping him, man. He got touched right when he got the line of scrimmage. Stop.
All right, so for real though,
he ain't skirting on nobody. All that open running, he ain't gonna have all that. So just stop that.
All right, so let's get on record right now. Let's get on record. Right. What is Zeke getting ready to do, big? You tell me right now. We go
this year.
We go out. Yeah. What is Zeke getting ready to do?
Does he go over
600? 600. 650 maybe. 600. 650 maybe. Because I hear people talking about 1,000. He could, but that ain't impressive in 17 games. That's like 60 yards a game. That ain't impressive. He gonna get them touchdowns though, and he runs hard. You're gonna get blocking. People talk about the leadership. I will say that they're happy that he's back in the building with the leadership. I think the biggest thing with Zeke that I'm gonna give him props for, he's tough. Ezekiel Elliott is very tough, and I'm gonna give him that. He's a tough guy, and we need that toughness. So I will give him that. But that these highlights like that, bro, getting through that line and bursting through and breaking runs and getting 20-yard gains, bro. Look at the years. Is that deceptive? Is that make believe? He ain't skirted out in 20-yard gains in what? How many years? How many?
I mean,
he's a short yardage back now. Yeah. That's all he is. He's a short yardage guy.
Oh no, you going too far. You going way too far. He more than that.
All right, we'll see.
See, y'all need to stop all his insults like he just a 1 yard back. That's no.
I didn't say he was a 1 yard back, but he's a short yardage back though.
No,
he get you 3-4 yard maybe.
No.
Okay, we'll see. I bet you don't.
With this new offensive line,
let's do some money on that.
What he go average
some money
per carry?
On that. What we betting? 3.8. Getting over 4 yards a carry.
He getting
3.8. What we betting, boss? Okay. No, I ain't betting that 4, but let's bet on the yardage.
The yardage? Over 6?
Yeah, let's bet on.
I'm taking the over.
So my bet is 707 touchdowns.
6, yeah, over 6. Bet 50, and then we can do another 50.
All right, I'll do the 50 on that.
On he go average over 4.
Over 4 yards?
I'll take the 50 on that too.
All right, let's go.
Easy.
I ain't scared.
That's easy money. I'm gonna get that.
We'll see.
Man, you don't see that push we getting up front with Zeke? Man, I'm finna get that money.
Okay. Yeah, okay, but he wouldn't.
All right, so I'm glad you're on record. Okay, Law.
I ain't running either.
No, I know you don't run. I know
you
you don't run, bro. I already know.
I would love for them to use as a goal line back, short area back, short yardage back. I think that he still can catch out of the backfield. He got some capability to catch the wheel route. I think that the Cowboys going to go with Zeke, Rico, Royce, Freeman, and as a trio of backs and slide Deuce Vaughn here and there. But as far as Zeke, what he gonna do for this season, I don't know, man. We didn't get a chance to see him that much out there in Oxnard. They kind of shield him off.
They bubble wrapped him.
They bubble wrapped him.
Why?
So
why they bubble wrap him though?
They low managed.
Stop.
Well,
why they bubble wrap him?
Disrespectful, bro. Why you
2 years
How
that he
am I
was
being
here?
disrespectful?
You acting like that man ain't earned
we,
he ain't earned the right to be bubble wrap. He ain't no legitimate vet. What we doing, man?
Right.
Zeke looked pretty good when he was
I
here.
still
In 2021, he was looking pretty good until that Carolina Panthers game when he hurt his knee.
It was
And
Carolina.
He played PCL. Yeah. He played at a PCL. And he go all the way back. And then Boss and Big, he didn't look too crazy out there at the Patriots land. That's all I'm saying.
He looked good.
So they're gonna minimize that. They're gonna minimize that, and then just
he looked okay. He didn't look good. He looked okay.
Good.
He looked okay.
Good.
Who else was on the offense though for the Patriots? That's the only thing.
Right.
Exactly.
The other dude ran more yards than him.
He had more touches.
Yeah.
More touches.
Not that many more. Go look it up. Go look it up.
And hey, this is
Pull
a lose battle for me because I wanted Trey Benson. I wanted a running back out of this draft. Remember, I wanted Trey Benson. I wanted Jalen. All right.
Right, and
I wanted that cat from that went to Green Bay. What's his name? Marshawn Lloyd. We could have got him.
Yeah,
he got knee issues now.
He's gonna turn up in Green Bay.
And so that is the conversation I was trying to have. Now, Big Game ain't as bad as what was going on Twitter, because a lot of people, what I was fighting about Big Game was people were saying we can get rid of Zeke because Royce Freeman can do everything that Zeke can do besides touch 600 yards.
I ain't gonna go.
So that's what the weakness I was fighting about. You know what I'm saying? That I got tagged in. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was fighting for
I ain't on that route.
That's what I was saying. But here's what I was saying. If you go back to our draft content, every one of us was screaming for running backs, man. We broke down running backs because all of them, like 40 damn prospects, they didn't draft any of them. They went and got Ezekiel Elliott. So what I've been trying to say, the way their running back room currently stands, he is our RB1 clearly. Like it just is what it is. Like, don't be mad at me. Now I'm watching the Jets. I'm trying to possibly get an Israel Benaconda or something, but as of right now, Zeke is RB1. But he brings a lot of things.
Tuck, are you happy about him being RB1?
No, I would. Now, if we were sitting here saying Zeke should be starting over Braylon Allen, I'd have been like, hell no, y'all crazy. But we don't have no other options. And I just know my franchise, they're not going to go get a guy that I can deliberately say that's better than Zeke. Even if you brought in Dalvin Cook, okay, 1A versus 1, it's still the same scenario, right? So we just don't have anybody. And I know a lot of people get caught up in the glitz and glamour of Rico, but everyone talking about Rico Dowdle is our RB1. He's a true RB1. We were all sitting back all offseason screaming we needed a running back because we didn't believe in Rico, because we know he can't carry and stay healthy throughout 17 games, whether it's a hip or an ankle. So it's like, I don't get this, right? So at the end of the day, I know it's the old reliable, but a lot of Cowboys fans miss the key word. Reliable. I know what I'm going to get in Zeke. I know that when he played in Dallas, he had a 66% third down conversion rate. I know that he's going to be able to get into the end zone, and we're not going to have a situation like Tony Pollard did versus the Dolphins. I know that we're going to be able to have pass pro where he's not going to have slipping up in pass protection. Granted that we're going to have 2 rookie offensive linemen starting day one. I know that he's a guy that Dak Prescott can trust. I know he's going to bring leadership. So I know what I get from Ezekiel Elliott. Is he going to be godly? Where we're going to be screaming, doing backflips because he didn't broke out for a 70-yard run? Absolutely not. That is not his game. It hasn't been his game for a long time. But he still brings value in the catching game, in the screen game, the blocking game, the leadership. It's all there. So to sit here and act like Royce Freeman, who's only a year younger than Zeke, was so much better, and we can move on from Zeke, and Zeke has to earn his spot versus Malik Davis and Snoop Conner. It was just stupid to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just wasn't really buying into it. Cowboys fans do this weird thing where we eat our own and we pull out the knee pads for everybody else's players except our own. You know what I'm saying? We were sitting there talking about, we should get Miles Sanders back and bring back Boogie Sanders and bring Boogie Sanders and Dallas, bro.
Knee pads.
You know what I'm saying? They don't knee pads. You know what I'm saying? But they do that. Like Cowboys fans will praise. Yeah, exactly. Cowboys fans will praise everybody outside the building and poo-poo on our own, not knowing you're gonna get the durability, the man who played through a PCL tear and didn't miss no games and was still out there. I know what I'm getting with Zeke. Now, me personally, still, I would go get another running back, but we talking about the Jones. I'm not sure what they're gonna do, and we don't have a young star running back in this room that I feel like Zeke is blocking. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
I got 4 things I can throw out here, J Tuck.
Go ahead.
And this is all hopeism, you know. These 4 things. We hope that Marshawn Nealon plays so well that you be like, man, damn, a running back. We hope that Cooper Beebe plays so well. We were like, yeah, that was justifiable, right?
Right.
The damn a running back. We hope that Leofow, who's not even starting right now, but we hope he plays so well that we say, but damn with that running back. And we hope number 4 would be, that Deuce Vaughn, tiny Deuce Vaughn. He gave us a little shadow of a glimpse this last game. We hope that he can come in and be the pocket hamster for us, like a Maurice Jones.
And 5 law, we hope that.
5, hope Trey Lance,
we hope that Trey Lance pick really, you know what I'm saying? We hope that
Big, you got cooked, man. Look like you got cooked, bro. What's going on, Big?
Man,
you got cooked, bro. Like, I
don't know if getting cooked about. Did you see how many games Stevenson missed? Did you see how many games Stevenson missed? Put that up.
No,
put that up.
I just said it looked like it. I wasn't sure, bro. I just said it looked like it.
Yeah, I ain't get cooked on nothing. Put how many games he missed.
What he did is he referenced you, bro. So I was saying it looked like he cooking you, bro. That's all I'm saying.
He's not cooking nothing. He's not cooking nothing. He ain't cooked me. Look how many games he missed.
How many
games did Stevenson miss?
This is what I want to ask Big. Is it favoritism that Zeke is RB1?
It is. Yeah, it's favoritism. RB1? It's heavy favoritism when he came back. It's heavy favoritism. I mean, when they talked about, first of all, it was the worst kept secret that he was coming back. Worst kept secret in the damn world that he was coming back. Then, as soon as we hear Ezekiel Elliott signing back with Dallas, woohoo! Oh, let's not draft a running back now. Let's not get an explosive back. Let's not get a guy because we got Ezekiel Elliott back in the fold. Boo!
Yeah. 15
they gave up on the draft and running backs because Ezekiel Elliott?
Let me ask you a question.
Are we serious?
That's why you should be mad.
Well, my thing is,
answer that.
Big, let me ask you a question. Would you want Zach Sherman?
I'll answer that first.
No, for real.
I want you to answer mine first.
I am answering it. Man. I'm answering it with this question. Would you want Zach Charbonnet or Zeke?
Zach Charbonnet's nice. I'll take that young back right now.
Tuck, should I show him?
Show me what?
That Zeke did better than Charbonnet last year, bro.
How many carries did Charbonnet get?
About the same. Yeah.
Okay.
I asked you that question because I actually set you up. Because I know Tuck.
You can set me up. You can set me up all you want. I just clearly told you.
It just shows
that
in this draft, the new toy, bro.
It didn't show
want the new toy.
You're right.
Bro.
I do want a new toy. I'm tired of this old ass toy.
At least you admitted it.
We done played with it. We done played with it. You're right. What?
You just tired.
Man.
This is Zeke fatigue. That's all it is.
Whatever,
because the production was with Zeke over a young Charbonnet.
Whatever. I don't care.
Hold on.
I'm over it. Just stop talking about him.
How can you be on Zeke fatigue, but then last year we argued for Dalvin Cook?
What does Dalvin Cook give more than Zeke? He's explosive.
He's injured.
He can get out.
We got us a fight.
Has Zeke been injured the last couple of years?
How many games has Zeke missed the last 2 years?
None, he
bro.
missed a couple games. He didn't miss no games.
I don't think he missed no games. He didn't miss none in Dallas.
And when he was in Dallas and he didn't miss no games, what did he do for us?
He had to play through the injury because we had Cooper Rush out there throwing the ball, and we had to run the ball to keep us alive. So he sacrificed that on the PCL. How was Zeke leading up to that injury, bro? He was perfectly fine. So it's like, how are we going to compare what?
That's
Zeke
fine.
did?
Hey, you know what? We'll talk. We'll have. You know what? The one thing I love about this show is going to be all year. We'll be able to come back to this, and when he ain't doing jack shit, I'm gonna come back and talk to y'all.
That's fine.
When he's in that end zone, everyone's Zeke. Oh man, we would have lost.
And 808, stop talking about Zeke. 808, I just want to tell you, you're the biggest Zeke lover in this whole entire world.
And who's the craziest
crazy.
part? I am.
Oh my God.
I have a cut.
Not you, Tuck. My dog 808. He's the super big Zeke lover. Zeke can't do no wrong. Come on.
Hey, we gonna get back to football. I just wanted to take. I want to
get back to football. I don't want to listen about no Zeke no more.
All right, we done with Zeke.
This is my new drop. What Big Game James is saying.
Yes, exactly. That's what I feel about it. And guess what? Oh, hating on young dudes. Oh, please.
All right, here we go. Listen, okay, we done with Zeke. I think I found world peace where we go all baby to join back hands again. This is the plan for QB2. I'm gonna start with you, Tuck. If something happens to Dak in the regular season, start Trey Lance.
Right.
If something happens to Dak in the playoffs, that should be start Cooper Rush. I messed up, but the playoffs should be Cooper Rush. What's your thoughts on that?
No, it's Trey Lance should have been the QB2 since the moment we brought him over, right?
Even in the playoffs,
Yeah, even in the playoffs, bro. Like
for real?
Even in the playoffs.
What is Cooper Rush gonna do in the damn playoffs?
Bro,
Nothing.
Y'all know unless you have a.
You said he's wet noodle.
Yeah, bro. Like
I make my case.
If we are in the playoffs and we have to go to Philly or go to San Fran and beat one of them, and you give me opposite between Cooper Rush or Trey Lance, I'm taking Trey Lance every time. That was my whole excitement last year, boss, when I came on your show the moment we got him, because I thought we got a backup QB2. So if something happened to Dak, we was going to be good. But they must open their mouth. Trey Lance gives us the most upside potential because you can always simplify the offense and you can go into some gimmicky RPO type of stuff and get up out of there with the win and catch them off guard. So for me personally, Trey Lance needs to be QB2. He should have been in last year because we talked about this off the grid. Think about how many valuable reps he missed last year when we blown out the Giants and blowing out some of these other teams where you could have let Trey Lance get that experience. So me personally, Trey Lance would be QB2 over Cooper Rush, to be honest with you. But I don't know what they're going to do with that, but I don't know.
Law.
Well, I disagree with that because Trey.
Man.
Damn, I'm just saying though, I'm talking about for last year what he was saying. If we're saying that Trey Lance now starting to get his mechanics together, can you imagine what he was looking like last year when he was in here trying to learn and pick up Mike McCarthy things? I get what you're saying on upside though, J Tuck, but from what I was told, he had to work on a lot of things and he's getting it together now. So granted, yes, more reps, more opportunities, better he would look. But the Cowboys need to stop playing around with this. We don't need 4 or 5 quarterbacks. Get these guys up out of here, man. It should be Dak Prescott and Trey Lance. I seen Josh Dobbs the other day looking good. You can pick up and find another backup quarterback. I think that we could have been in the Josh Dobbs sweepstakes, man. He looked good against the Saints the other day. Yeah. So you can find a third quarterback. Stop having the circus atmosphere over here. Let's get to football and let's get to winning. But I think that Trey Lance, for the first time in forever, the Cowboys finally got a quarterback that's similar with the starting quarterback, because that used to be the problem back in the days, even when we had Tony Romo. There was never a similar type of quarterback as the backup, right? It would just be Tony Romo, then a statue. The only thing that came close down the stretch was Stephen McGee. We know how that worked out. And then, of course, Dak Prescott. So granted, I think that would be the best option to have it, whereas you can still run 2016 type of offense of what we had here with Jason Garrett if Dak Prescott goes down for Trey Lance, and it could be serviceable for a few games.
Big.
I mean, I don't have any hypeness about no damn Cooper Rush. I never will. I understand where you're coming from in the playoffs from that perspective, boss, because of he's more veteranish. He's more, let me say, he's more even kill, right? But I just feel like if he were to play in the playoffs, this is the playoffs. You don't think defense ain't going to expose him? You don't think defense is going to come down and expose a Cooper Rush? They're going to expose him so damn quick. At least if you had a Trey Lance, he gives you a dual threat option. If that rush is coming, he can escape that pocket and get us more yards. And guess what? If you look at the Rams game, I love the improvement. Look how much improvement he had from one game to the next. So how does that not get you a little bit more excited when we already know what the hell Cooper Rush is? If I'm a defense, I'm like, all right, well, let's press these receivers. Let's come after them, and let's see what he can do. Because you said yourself, boss, when he threw them 5 or 10 yard outs, them is interceptions coming.
Yeah.
He almost had interceptions because that arm can't do it. So these cornerbacks are going to press these receivers and say, let's see if you can do it. Let's see if you can throw it, because you damn sure can't throw nothing deep. You can't throw nothing out. You're going to throw nothing but short passes. So your offense is going to be compromised. That offense is not going to be compromised with Trey Lance, because Trey Lance does have the arm. He does have the threat that he can deep. He does have the threat that he can break that pocket and make plays on it with on his feet, either passing or running. I'm taking that over some Cooper Rush. Please don't mention him to me any longer.
Golly,
I don't want to talk about no Cooper Rush no more.
You don't want to talk it out, man.
I don't want no Cooper. I'm not talking about no Cooper Rush, dog.
So nobody
doing
feel
nothing.
my plan. Nobody like my plan, bro?
Nope.
All right, let me break down my own plan. Let me break down my own plan. No. Let me break down my own plan, because you started off right. The reason why I said Trey Lance in the regular season, because I know that Trey Lance still gonna need some developmental reps, and if Dak was to get hurt like he did before a 5 game stretch, to where maybe he nursing a hand or a thumb or something like that, whatever, right? Those are developmental reps with a guy with a bigger upside. If it's the playoffs, I'm gonna go with the guy that doesn't have the talent but has the experience, because his games, even though he wasn't at all a game changer, he was more of a decent game manager. And I will put it around everything around him and just try to keep him minimum with a couple of big throws. I wouldn't trust a green-eyed Trey in the playoffs if he had no experience. I would.
I see your point there.
What is Cooper Rush has? Can I ask you something, boss?
Yeah.
Has Cooper Rush played in the playoffs?
No, he hasn't. But the game.
So what?
Let's talk about the game. The Rams was a big game, bruh.
And our defense turned up that game.
They did,
right?
But it was
and
still
our defense turned up, right?
No,
but our defense.
That was the Super Bowl. Both of them was in the Super Bowl, bro. Like that's
and
big.
our defense. And our defense gave Cooper Rush a lead.
I agree.
Our defense gave them the lead.
Based on the big game,
and in that,
I would go with experience in the playoffs.
Okay.
That's all.
But in that Bengals game, we had the lead, and they came all the way back on us and almost won the damn game. Dude missed a field goal. I think we hit the field goal at the end. But remember, it was tied up at the end of the game, right?
Yeah.
Remember that? So it wasn't like we blew out the Bengals. They came right back, roaring back against us. And guess what? Cooper Rush wasn't moving that ball, and that's how they came back. So I don't care. Cooper Rush ain't seen no playoffs. Cooper Rush don't know nothing about the playoffs.
We got to Philly, got dark outside. They came out with Meek Mill
we played them.
Wait.
And it was shut down.
That was Kellen Moore fault.
Everybody
that was
like,
not Cooper Rush's fault.
That was Cooper.
That was Kellen Moore.
My God.
Moore
Stop
threw the ball
giving him
41
excuses.
times.
Hey, y'all want to know who's the only offensive weapon that showed up that game? It was Zeke. Zeke ain't ready to play.
All right, let's talk about this real quick. Let's talk about this, because me and you had this discussion today. because a lot of people are of the misconception that Trey Lance come kind of way played better preseason 2 than he did preseason 1. I actually beg to differ. Tuck said it today, and it was perfect. I'm gonna steal Tuck thoughts. I'm gonna give him credit, but I'm gonna steal it. This is what he said. That's true. It really wasn't no better. It was honestly just smarter, complementary play calling. Can you explain that, Tuck?
Yeah, I feel like for the very first game, I feel like the Dallas Cowboys went out there with a brand new car and put the pedal to the floor and tried to see if they could break the engine. The engine blew out, right? Having Trey throw 45 times damn near in the game, right? So I feel like versus the Raiders, they simplified the game plan. You saw some RPOs, you saw some play action rollouts. It really made it more complementary to what Trey does best and simplified things for him. So, some of the things that he had struggled with, I did the film breakdown, the ball placement, the accuracies, going through his progressions clean, that was still there versus the Raiders, but it wasn't 45 attempts where you can sit back and really analyze it as crazy as it was. And Jerry Jones said in the pregame before that Rams game, we want to keep Trey in the pocket. We know we can do outside the pocket. We want to see him as a pocket passer. It was like, nah, bro, we just want to see, can Trey be Trey? And I think the Raiders game,
Can they do that with that?
Trey, and we saw some of those special qualities where he able, like you said, big pocket collapse, I'm taking off. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking off, and it just is what it is. And those types of plays can change the course of the game, and that's where I'm saying
that's a huge threat. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, Cooper Rush can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it can catch you off of guard. Like, think about what Law said versus Josh Dobbs. Like, it caught us when we play Arizona when Josh Dobbs just randomly just takes off, you know what I'm saying, for a big scramble, because you got to account for it. So it's like you can have the run game. You can do quick throws to CeeDee and Jalen Tober and Jake Ferguson underneath. But when all else fails, Trey can just make something happen. And I feel like for me personally, I would take that bet versus a Cooper Rush who's very limited. So, like I said, did Trey play extremely better? It was like, okay, there it is. Like, no, they just called a better game for Trey. But also, I feel like he's getting more comfortable with this, with this offense. And also,
but can I ask?
Go ahead.
Can I say this though?
Go ahead.
I just want to say I agree with the simplified play calling because you could see that. But I also felt with the simplified play calling, it made your quarterback comfortable, and it made Trey comfortable, and you could see him. I mean, but when he was doing his dropbacks, he looked okay. I mean, I liked his dropbacks. He looked sure of himself. Yeah. He looked a lot more sure of himself. He was a lot more comfortable. And some of the throws he threw a couple passes at number 80. I don't know his last name, and they were some good passes. I mean, there were some good passes. And when he saw the pocket collapse, he can get out. I'm going to take that all day over somebody who cannot move at all. Because guess what? If somebody's blitzing Cooper Rush, if they blitz him and he can't move, how is that not going to be a turnover if he doesn't have the arm strength to be able to get that pass out? The cornerbacks are sitting on the routes. We send a blitz. You throw the ball, we're jumping that route, and we're taking it to the house. And because it's not like Cooper Rush throws a hard ball. Trey Lance, we know throws a hard ball. We've seen it. We know he throws a hard-ass ball.
Zip, bro.
But he got zip. Cooper Rush does not have that zip. He throws a feather. So if you're a defensive back and you know that, boss, you know that, right?
No, you're
a defensive back.
Yeah.
You love to play against a quarterback that throws a ball like that. You know, because you know inevitably I'm going to get a chance to get that ball.
Yep.
Would you guys feel better? Would you guys feel better if we didn't have this experiment and we never moved for Trey and we had an extra 4th round draft pick and we had the outcome of what the 49ers just did? Yeah. Is Josh Dobbs better than Trey Lance?
Depends on what you're looking for.
What you're looking for is that going to be the future of Trey Lance, Josh Dobbs?
No,
I still feel like there's more upside with Trey Lance. Yeah. I still feel like there's more upside with Trey Lance.
I'm personally, and I know I hate this because of how our fan base is, I'm a Trey Lance fan, right? I think he has tremendous upside. He just hasn't played enough football. The only reason why I would kind of backtrack a little bit with Trey Lance because I saw what other quarterbacks went for. So if you ask me to go between Trey Lance or Justin Fields for what a 6th round pick or whatever they got him for in Pittsburgh, I would have definitely took that bargain deal because I feel like Justin Fields is someone who's played at the highest level and he's more quarterback ready than Trey. But overall, at first when we got him, like I was happy, like, okay, we going all. I felt like we was going all in last year because the one thing I felt like it set our team back last year is if Dak was to go down, we went and got Trey Lance. But then Stephen Jones opened his mouth and started talking about contract was the most attractive thing and this and that. But I feel like Trey has tremendous upside. I feel like the thing about Trey, he's being put in bad situations for a team that's competing. He needs to be like like a team of starting over. Like if he was to be like in Minnesota right now, Trey Lance would be one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? But right now, if you're trying to win a championship, it's just not him right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just not his time right now. But he can definitely develop. I feel like if you look up in the 1 to 2 years, 3 years, he'll be in the conversation with a lot of these younger guys.
I can see him having that Geno Smith. I can see him
having
that
Geno
Smith.
So he's more like a Geno Smith resurgent.
Right.
And then he gonna be so you guys see Trey Lance by the time, because Josh is about 28, 29. So by the time Trey get to that age, he'll be doing things like Josh would not.
I see Geno Smith.
The only thing is Trey, you see what I'm going? Like Trey don't have a contract beyond this year. So regardless of it, you're gonna have to either what would be his market rate right now? You had to stash him.
Trey.
You got to stash him and don't pay. You had to stash him and don't play him so you can get him low. Because if you fool around, if Trey was 5-1 like Cooper Rush 5-1, Trey would at least be asked for how much?
Fourth.
I'm talking about millions. I'm talking about millions.
Oh, millions.
Millions. Nobody gonna trade for him.
It depends on how that 5-1 looks.
30 million. Yeah.
If that 5-1 is full of a bunch of 100-yard passing ratings and maybe some 250s and 3 touchdowns in them,
right.
Then
I mean, but my thing is, if you get the right type of coordinator with him too, I feel like look at the Mike McDaniel. You get the right type of coordinator that really can have patience with him and said, "This is what we're gonna do." Tuck mentioned it, you mentioned it, boss, and even Laws mentioned it. They dumbed it down. We've seen quarterbacks coming in the league. They said they did it with Jalen Hurts. They said they dumbed it down a little bit because he only saw certain parts of the field, so they dumbed it down a little bit. So I don't know why it wouldn't be bad for them to do it with Trey.
Right.
If he got the right type offensive coordinator that was saying, "Hey, I like you. This is what we're gonna do." You just heard Tua say, "Hey, I heard a guy tell me I was trash all the time." So after a while, that affects you. You get what I'm saying? After a while, it messes with your mentals and maybe you don't play as good. He comes and gets Mike McDaniel says, "You right for this system. You're going to be good. You're going to be great. Now let's do this." Look how it changed because we was doubting Tua. People was like, "Ah, man, Tua ain't it." Because he was, and then all of a sudden comes in and now we're like, Tua. Well, not a lot of us, but some of us are like, Tua, okay. You get what I'm saying? So that coordinator does difference for the quarterback. But I feel like when you have natural talent, we can't say Trey Lance don't have no natural.
Right.
He has natural ability and has natural talent. It's just patience with him. And nobody giving him patience. Let's think about that, boss. What patience has he really been given? He was at San Francisco. He really wasn't given patience.
He got patience because
he needed patience because he didn't play a lot of games. He needed patience.
He got a whole year.
Yeah, I was going to say it.
He didn't even see the field. He should have been in some of the blowout games.
But he got patience. That's patience to where they let him study.
Remember the story with Trey. Kyle Shanahan, the head coach, didn't want him. So what Trey needs is somebody who wants to take on this project, right? And I feel like Kyle Shanahan, the head coach, didn't even want him. So as soon as Brock Purdy showed any signs, he was like, "That's what I want. He runs my offense." You know what I'm saying? So the same thing with Mike McCarthy. Like, I don't feel like Mike McCarthy right now can take on Trey as a project because I'm on a 1-year deal, bro. I can't work on those.
Let me jump in real quick. I'm gonna pass the line with this question. Because, see, this is the real deal, especially with what you just said, Tuck. How we going to get our money back?
Yeah.
That's the conversation, for real.
Yeah.
Well, I know a way.
They got a plethora of picks next year, though.
Huh?
They got a plethora of picks next year. It's okay.
Well, no, you got to pay. You got to pay him, though.
He going to be a free agent. So you wasted that for it if you don't try to get nothing for him. Because this is what I say we should do with him, especially the way they going through preseason, all this showcasing Trey Lance. If you showcasing Trey Lance like this, right, then wait for a team to likely get in crisis that might be a playoff caliber team, and then try to get a fourth or a fifth where you catch it in desperate. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. The Raiders should be like, hey, Jerry.
Right.
Hey, Steven.
Right.
But we need somebody to get
I'm
hurt like
on
Aaron Rodgers did game 2. That's what we need.
Yeah. Yeah. And I agree. I've been saying, I was like, saying it comes to, you talk about like the Raiders. You can't tell me that Trey wouldn't be starting in Oakland right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I would get them on the phone. You can't tell me that Trey Lance wouldn't be the starter in Minnesota right now.
Yeah.
I'm saying, you got Jordan Jefferson, you got, Justin Jefferson, you got Jordan Addison. Like, Trey could be a spark plug to your offense that you can go get. So I would get somebody on the phone. But if
you might start as Steelers, land.
That's what I'm saying. So like, but if you're not going to trade Trey, then how I'm getting my value, honestly, boss, then we got to have some packages for him. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some certain packages out there.
Whoa.
What happened?
No, I'm listening to Tuck. I wasn't expecting that. So you talking about some offensive packages now?
Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, I do it in Madden all the time. You know what I'm saying? So McCarthy, you need me. Yeah. I'm not running RPOs and allowing Dak to get hit and beat on. No, those are going to go for Trey. So when we kind of get in the goal line, we can line up in Wildcat. We can do all sorts of stuff.
J-Tuck? J-Tuck, guess what? Trey scored his first touchdown because of those packages. They had Jimmy Garoppolo. I remember my brother saying, hey, man, my first round draft pick got the touchdown. Trey Lance scored his first touchdown in the NFL in a goal line package with RPO game because they didn't want Jimmy Garoppolo to do it because Jimmy kept getting hurt. So I think that you put Trey in some of those Wildcat packages.
Yeah, Philly did it. Remember, Philly did it with Hurts. When they had Wentz. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but now it's gonna cause a dark cloud.
Exactly, bro. That's why I was on the wall. Like what?
But
hey, Tom Landry did it.
But it's already a dark cloud with Dak, though. He already got a lot of hate, so this ain't changing nothing now.
Right. And you're not going to sit over there and hold the clipboard for my fourth round pick.
I'm listening, Big. I'm listening.
That was our running back pick of the draft right there. So he needs to do something. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have some packages.
Right, get him in the game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom Landry.
We got to get him in the game.
We can do it now. Tom Landry.
Does it not make the team better if you can do that though? Forget all the controversy. Forget all that noise. Is it going to make the team better that you can throw him in on packages and you don't know what the hell's going on? You don't know if he's going to throw it. You don't know if he's going to run it. And that's the option. Yes, that's the option. Yeah. And you know what else I like what they did with him? You remember the game? The Rams game, and he overthrew the receiver in the end zone. And everybody was like, "Oh man, what the hell is that dude? Was wide open." I like how they went right back to when they got inside that 5. They went right back to it and let him throw another fade to give him that confidence. Like, we're going to do it again. We're not going to have you run. We're going to do it again. And I love how they went right back to that. And you saw he came through. That was a beautiful pass over there to Flournoy.
He throw to his right. That's what I noticed. Trey Lance, when he throwing to his right, he money. It's when he throwing left.
You gotta have those packages. Like I said, when people play me on Madden, they'll see me put Trey.
I'm with you on them packages.
That, though, bro. I can't believe Tuck. I can't believe. Well, you know the dark cloud in Dallas, and you said what you said.
But the dark cloud ain't going away, boss. So it's why? We're always going to hear noise about Dak.
Him over there holding a clipboard, being inactive for my 4th round running back.
Feel like you playing with pausing with that. Like, I love the football.
What poison are you playing with?
It's just all the
But hold on,
we already hear noise, boss.
I'm not sure if you heard it though. DeMarcus Lawrence said on the distraction, he's like, our owner welcomes it. You got to be able to deal with it when you in doubt. So they already know it's just going to be distraction-filled season. You're going to have to deal with it. So if that's going to be the case, let him out there playing, because I want to get some value from our 4th round pick that Jerry just tossed away before he just goes away next year.
Oh, hell no.
I'm telling you, you very bad on
packages. I agree with you
with
for football reasons. I agree with Big for football reasons. I stand with y'all 100%. I stand with y'all 100%, bro. I just don't trust our front office with y'all playing. That's the thing I struggle with. I don't.
You can't trust the front office with anything, boss. You know that.
Milk the shit out of that.
You already know what they plan is, boss. You already know what they plan is, boss. This is
they milking it now with this contract shit. They milking it right now with the contract. We should already have Dak signed, and we still milking.
They let him throw 45 times after being out of football for 2 years. They wanted to put
and you want to put the football in his hands?
But that's what I'm saying though. But they wanted Trey Lance to have a Jaden Daniels type Caleb Williams performance to wow the crowd. Like they really put him on display. That's what they wanted.
They did.
They wanted that bad.
That's why I'm shocked. Like, it's just too much crack, man. That's like going up to Pookie.
Well, you know, Trey
that's
can really
that's controversy crack.
I mean, shoot, we gonna do numbers off the content, whatever. You know?
That's true. That is true. That is true. Them numbers will be gigantic. All right, real quick. All right, man. We almost finished with, like, I want to get into this last little bit. Jerry Jones on being optimistic about getting a deal done with CeeDee Lamb. So, you know, obviously this last week has been very annoying, but Jerry saying that, to me, this is Jerry and them trying to make him look greedy again. Especially if you read the last sentence. He said, but that's why
we wouldn't have offered him what we offered him. Man.
Yeah, exactly. But we wouldn't have offered him what we've offered him if we didn't want him here. Once again, it is his fault why he is not here.
Yep. Exactly. But, you know, I was listening to Tuck when I first came in. You know, these players that come to Dallas, they ain't stupid, you know. And I want to ask y'all, because I don't know for sure, when Trevin Diggs signed his deal, did he get hurt before he signed his deal?
After.
Did he get hurt before he signed it? Or did he sign his deal after he got hurt?
No, he got hurt.
After he signed. No, he got the deal before
he signed. He got the deal. He got the deal before he hurt. Diggs, why'd you do that deal? Diggs,
he's the outlier.
Diggs, why'd you do?
And it was team friendly. It was team friendly too.
Diggs, why did you do that deal? That just gives them more ammunition against these other guys.
I've been saying that.
But you
Trevor Diggs, you got to strong. You got to stand strong, because when you do that, that makes it easier for them to go ahead and say, see, we got a star over here in Trevor Diggs. And he came with the program.
Tell y'all, man.
Oh, my God.
Skeletons on Diggs,
that boy told the truth.
They had a lot of skeletons on Diggs, bro. They had a lot of stuff. I can't say it, but they had a lot of.
Say less.
Had a lot. Look, just.
I got you.
I feel you, Law, but you get what I'm saying? So, look, you just said they got dirt, and then, but like you said, it's like they get one of those guys, Tyron Smith or somebody will get one of them guys,
and they point
one of them big major guys, and say, look at this major guy. He took the deal. Why you ain't taking the deal?
Exactly.
He's a star. He took it. Oh, you must be greedy. We offering this money. We offering it. We doing everything we supposed to do. They're not taking it. We offered them a lot of money. We want. Oh my God, they just be shucking and jiving. Shut up.
Amari Cooper would never recoup that $6.5 million that he took less to stay here. He would never recoup that money. So, and just because you offer a deal doesn't mean that it was like agreeable deal. Just because he received it doesn't mean that he liked it. You know, I used this analogy earlier, you know, you see a pretty lady at the bar and you send her a drink and she sips it and be like, damn, this aristocrat, this is Takabaka. You know what I'm saying? You ain't sending me no top shelf stuff. I want top shelf. Send it back to the doggone bartender. That's what's going on. And just because you said $33 million, like we said, we don't know the years, we don't know the guarantees. And on top of that, he's saying that, hey, I want a deal comparable to Justin Jefferson.
All right, man. Going into our last preseason game, we got the Chargers. I would say preseason 2 was exactly what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the running game. I wanted to see lesser Trey, no hero ball. We didn't get that. You know, I like what I saw in the adjustments. What do y'all want to see going the last final hoorah? What's the last things y'all want to see going into preseason 3? Law.
This is I call it the practice squad Super Bowl. And this is how you make the team. We need to see a little bit more from Deuce Vaughn. I need to see some of Billy Johnson. Cropper. These are all bubble guys. Malik. We need to see from Nick Visual, the linebacker, Darius Harris. Can Keemon Hall put together a program? And Izzy, he's a bubble guy, right? And we should, our next show, man, we need to do a 53-man roster show before they do the cut days, what have you, because we need to go through this with a fine-tooth comb. But this will be the ultimate game on the practice squad guys, who can make this squad team and what the hell to do with Princeton Fant, because he's a guy. Is Hendershot, can he make a play? Durden, can he do kickoff returns and stuff like that? So we got a long list because we know the untouchables like Schoonmaker, he gonna make this team, right? And some of the other fellas, but that's just what it is. And of course, we need to see Trey put back-to-back good games.
Yeah, I'll say for me.
Hold on. Okay. I'm sorry, man. Let me flip that. Forget that. Just we ain't gonna do that one. Can we do something better? Just real quick, Tuck. We're going to you.
Yeah.
This is better. I want to hear from you on this, Tuck. Would you?
Well, actually, perfect segue, right? Because I'm actually going to drop a film session of that tomorrow in the morning. I would be perfectly fine with that, and I'm also will raise hell if we do not let Julius Wood stay on this roster.
Man,
this game for him too. He got to show up in this game.
So but he's been showing up for the last two. Like it jumps off the screen. Like when I was cutting this film, I didn't know it was this damn good. So it's like I'm dropping in the morning, right? So if you told me that Marquise Bell, Wanyu Thomas, and Julius Wood is our 3 safety rotation, I'm perfectly fine with that. So I would be good with that, because what you're seeing when it comes to Marquise and Wanyu, even though I think he got the groin injury today, is that they're interchangeable. And the thing that I kind of like what Zim was doing was he was playing Marquise at the free and playing Wanyu at the strong, and then he would rotate and play Marquise at the strong and Wanyu at the as the free. And I did my film session on Wanyu this morning, but the way that Wanyu can cover space, it's just different from any other safeties that we have. And I know that Donovan Wilson's quote unquote veteran guy.
Different.
But it's just different, right? Because the very first play where it was Minshew, right? He did the play action, and Wanyu took across the skinny post, but then he jumped down on the deep crosser and was still able to make a play. So he covered 2 routes essentially in one. And like to see his versatility, which is crazy. And then also with Julius Wood, the way this kid comes down and closes on these tackles, it's like, it's insane. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the instincts, is backpedaling, the communication. So it's like we have 3 young guys. So yeah, to answer Big Games James's question, I'll be perfectly fine with that, and also add in Wood. But I think that Malik is going to be the guy. But for me personally, if I could move a piece to get another piece, I would strongly look at Donovan Wilson right now. I would strongly, because he doesn't fit what Zim likes to do. We have guys that can hover around the line of scrimmage and that can cover even better.
Hold on.
I think Wanyu Thomas is. I'm gonna just jump out there and say this.
Donovan over Malik, your bubble guy.
Wanyu Thomas is better than Donovan Wilson, in my opinion.
Yeah, Donovan Wilson would be my bubble guy that I would try to move on.
Not Malik Hooker. I'm trying to
follow the money, y'all. You got to follow the money too. So, how many DBs y'all got? I got 11 DBs on this team. Y'all want me to give y'all the list right quick?
Please do. We listening.
I got 11 of them to go to my list right quick. I got Trayvon Diggs, Bland, Lewis, Carsons. Eric Scott is a bubble guy. Booth.
No.
Those are my cornerback. Like my 5.
You're keeping Scott?
Yeah.
You're keeping Scott over Hall? Yuck.
For right now,
I ain't keeping no damn Scott over Hall.
Or is he?
I would take it easy.
Here's my 5 safeties: Hooker, Wilson, Wanyu, Bell, and then Izzy. That's 11 DBs. Who y'all got?
I'm putting Izzy at a corner and keeping Woods at the safety.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too.
So
that's what I'm doing.
I'm doing
that dude Eric Scott that you mentioned. Bye.
Yeah,
he was a draft pick last year.
He gone.
That's all them people gone. You know what I'm saying?
That's Dan Quinn's pick.
Yeah,
and we not knocking you, Law. We not knocking you out.
No, I'm not knocking you at all. Not knocking you at all. Not knocking you at all.
It's a tweak. It's like the tweaks that we will make based on what you laid out there.
Law, you wouldn't have Mukamo at the corner.
He's been playing more of the nickel,
but he can play. He's your Swiss Army, in my opinion. He can play. He's your Swiss Army knife because he can play and he's so damn big. He's versatile.
I gotta go with Izzy, bro. And this, like, I'm gonna throw something out here. I want y'all to hear me out on this too. I said this on Twitter. I'm usually not for rotating. I want them to rotate safeties this year. I want them to rotate. They need to. Because I want to see all them dudes on the field, bro. Like,
Marquise Bell and Wanye cannot be on the bench. They cannot be on the bench. They have too much upside.
Right.
Yes, I totally agree. Those guys are, I'm sorry, like, to me, it just feels like when we look at Malik Hooker and Dono, they've peaked. They've peaked, in my opinion. They're that's what it is. When I see Wanye and Marquise, I keep on seeing arrow going up and up and up. They just have that upside. And to Tuck's point, I'm trying to tell you, dog, Wanye, I've been screaming him for the last. There's something about that dude, dog. I don't know what the hell it is, but he just nice, dog.
Woodson is
he's nice,
it's
dog.
weird.
He nice.
I say
it's something about him. And if he get major, if he gets major playing time, they have a steal.
It is, and it's not because a lot of us is cool with Wanye, bro. It jumps off.
He's a dog. He's a dog. He jumps off the screen. How did he not get drafted, bro? How did he not get drafted?
4.3 speed, and you can
dog. He's a dog. He nice, bro.
And he's like 217, 250. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's a big dude. He's nice.
Man, they better do
Wanye
something
nice,
Wanye, bro.
And like, so yeah,
Wanye nice, bro.
We cannot be looking at our safeties and being like, we should have to make Wanye needs more reps and Marquise Bell needs more rep videos.
Hell no. Hell no.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's why I said. So how you gonna fit Woods in there again though? How you gonna put your boy in there though?
Man, let me tell you something. I just want to say this: if they play that practice squad game with him, y'all gonna get burnt. Because somebody, I'm gonna tell you right now. I talked with his pops day right after, he was undrafted, and there were tons of teams already talking to him before the draft was over, saying, if you don't get drafted, we coming after you. He had about 15 to 16 teams wanting to holler at him if he didn't get drafted. Okay. So Dallas scoops him. Now, you don't think these other teams that love watching damn Dallas Cowboys players, and they already had a beat on him, and they see him get the interception the first game. Heavily active. They sent him on they send a safety blitz, and he's wrapping up and physical. You don't think if they leave him out there on waivers in 48 hours, ain't nobody gonna scoop him? Don't play that game. This is a guy that can be your future. Y'all got upside guys. You don't have the upside with Dono and Malik no more. We know what they are, right? We liked Malik Hooker when he came over, but he still has peaked. Malik Hooker's not going to get inordinately better, and neither is Donovan Wilson. But them other two, Tuck called it with Marquise Bell. Marquise Bell just keeps getting better and better, dog. Every time you watch him, it's just like, oh my God. Could you just imagine if them two guys are playing safety for us full times? Yes, there might be some bumps in the roads. I ain't gonna say they're gonna play perfect, but dog, that athletic ability, it just oozes from them guys. And Julius, this oozes, and guess what? They cheap.
They cheap, and also think about them with the revved up linebacker core overshown. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
The speed of our defense just goes up to a whole nother level in that back end. Because
our defense,
he's a hybrid safety / linebacker as well, man. So it just turns up a whole nother notch of people who can flow in traffic, come downhill, can cover, and just plays with their hair on fire. And so for me personally, like I said, I'm pick up the phone, you know what I'm saying, and see what I can get.
We need to pick up that phone.
Yeah.
And boss, you was right. You said Woodson, He feels like, I'm not saying he's going to have that type of career, but he's wouldn't.
And I'm not saying that career. I'm saying the versatility.
I totally agree,
Woodson.
but just the and remember how Woodson.
I see Wanye somebody you can line up in the nickel, bro. For real, like
Wanye can do a. Yes.
People don't know. In college, he was a kick returner. You know what I'm saying? Like he returned like
right.
He's
Georgia,
athletic.
Yeah.
And so
you keeping him and Izzy too. Keep on letting Izzy.
This is why. This I was glad to see this because this is one of them thoughts I was having to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see people that you trust having the exact same type thoughts, Tuck having a thought.
I said I need data.
Yeah.
You know, but when we all seeing it, and see, I played the Sports Con clip where even Malik Hooker said Izzy, Wanye, and Bell was the dudes he said was gonna be the future dogs. He said it last year. And when your starting safety is talking about the young bulls,
it's just
they know it.
It's a whole different speed. It's a whole different rev up. It just looks different. You know.
I agree. They change our defense, y'all. They if they're playing on a regular basis, they change our defense. That defense where it's just flying around, and they got that young, youthful energy too. I think that's what excites me. They have that young, youthful energy. Woods, Wanye, Bell. I mean, they have that energy, that youthful energy that we need and injects us. And then let me tell you something else. I like that boy Maris, bro. I like Maris. I like Maris a lot. Keep on letting him. Yeah, I like Maris Leopold, boy.
Maris is overshown, like because Maris IQ.
We got a young core. I like.
Yeah,
and I think Grandpa Zim is the best person to. I didn't mean to cut you off, Tuck. I apologize, but I think Zimmer is the perfect guy to have with these young guys. I don't know. I know Grandpa is old, but I think they really, when you look at the Dan Quinn, I don't know if they respected him. They like him. They liked him, but you automatically have a respect for Zimmer. When he comes in the building, there's a natural respect for Zimmer because he was turning up in Dallas. He leaves Dallas. He goes to Cincinnati. He made that defense nice. They weren't winning games and going to the playoffs because of no damn Andy Dalton.
No.
They had a solidified defense that was there year in and year out. And it was a top 15, top 10 defense year in and year out. He gave Terrence Newman a revised career. We thought Terrence Newman was done. He played damn near 6-7 more years at a high level over in Cincinnati. And then he goes over to Minnesota and does the same thing. Now you get these young guys with us. I'm cool with Grandpa being the coordinator because I feel like they really respect him. They're going to listen to him. His voice carries weight. And I don't think he's going to be the buddy. He's going to be like, hey, I like you, but guess what? You mess up this play, you're going to sit your ass down.
And I think the important thing, Big, because I think when I had Aisha and a few other people on my show, they were saying that the way that the season ended, you can't come up with too much pride where it's like, I don't have to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Like, nah, bro, y'all got ran all over, got embarrassed. If y'all don't want that to happen again, you need to listen to Coach Zim. So we'll see. But yeah, I love it's crazy, right? Because I was going back to some of my 2020 clips. Was like, we just wanted one safety. You know what I'm saying? We just wanted one safety.
Right. We were crying. Now we got 20.
Right.
I got us going with five.
It's an echo. Where that echo came from?
Echo.
Yeah, I hear echo.
Echo.
Mic check.
Echo.
Mic check. No, it went away now.
No, it's still there.
Still there. Huh.
Let me see if it's you, Law. Let me test. 1 2 1 2 1 2. It's gone because I muted Law. Now say something. Say something.
Yeah.
It's coming from you. Yeah, because I muted you and it went away. So whatever you adjusted. So if I mute you, it's gone. So like when I mute Law, y'all see it's muted right now. It's no echo.
Test.
See, it's no echo. So then when I unmute him, test. See, now you can hear it. It's all good, man. We'll get through it. It's all good. We at the end anyway.
You mute yourself?
Nah, man, I just had a brain
Oh,
fart.
I was saw your mouth move. I ain't saying no words.
I remember now. I remember that, bro. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. We can take our super chats, get up out of here. Jerry Jones, when he was asked about what he the most excited about, I think he right on that first part. The offensive line. The most encouraging part was at the end on the defensive line when he said we're probably not through there. The only thing I hate is probably. No, you're not done there. Yeah, it's still some work to do. If I was to answer my own question on what I want to see going into preseason 3, honestly, I want to see Span step up because I see them forcing Schoon on us. I want to see John Stevens and Span have a day so undeniable that they go ahead and move on from Schoon. Because I see y'all trying to force Schoon. I know, Tuck. I know likely it ain't going to happen. But I want them to play so godly. I know that's a long stretch, but I need them tight ends to come through.
Yeah.
That second round, sorry. That second round status is got him. He bulletproof for this another year. He bulletproof for at least one more year.
I could see it because they were scheming for him. They were scheming for him preseason 2, and it was obvious.
Right.
They're trying to prove.
Yep. You can see that.
He always hurt.
Yep. Yep. All right, so let me take these super chats and we out of here, man. We'll give our final words. So my super chats, I got this one real quick. I got 2 today. Appreciate y'all with the super chats, man. This one came from my boy Mo Money. He said, all I'm gonna say is Tyler and Tyler get behind them boys. I agree.
100.
I totally agree. And then my other OG Amp said, preach, Tuck. I had to get them right at my job.
Right, man.
So there it is. That's my super chat. Y'all caught up on y'all's? Y'all good?
I got one from Cali Cowboy 499 holla. He says Mazi says he doesn't like football but likes to hit people. You gotta love this game, bro. He said a lot in that statement. I mean, I feel him. I mean, I don't feel like you gotta love it because not everybody's playing in the league loves the game. That's a fact.
Right.
Okay, and we know that. That's a 100% fact. Everybody playing in the NFL don't love the game. But I just want to say this. I'm sorry. I really don't. I'm not hating on him, but I just don't see it, and I just still don't think that mental is there. Like I think they coddle him too much because they're worried about his mindset, and I just feel like that coddling. I don't know. I'm frustrated with Mazi still, in my opinion.
Okay, yeah, I see. Law said he logged out. The echo.
Oh, he froze too.
Yeah, it's still there.
Look at that's a great picture for Law.
I don't know where that echo come from then. Because hold on, let me.
Is it mine?
No, let me mute Law. It still might be coming through his computer, even though he logged out. Let me see.
Man, Laws is out.
1 2.
Check.
One.
Going now. Just a little
Check.
bit.
Check
1
1
2. 1 2.
1 2 3.
Yeah, it's gone. Well, I heard a little something.
Yeah, it's just a little one, but it's all right. We'll get through it.
It's all right. It's cool, man. It's the first time that happened, man. I don't know what's going on with this. It's pissing me off. All right, but oh Jesus Christ, the echoes. All right, so I'm gonna give my final words, man. You know, I mean, I like the talent of the Dallas Cowboys. I just hate the distractions of the Cowboys. It's just no getting around it. They, even when your day going good, even if you liking the Phillips, it's almost like they go do something to kind of just pissing your cereal. They go do something. They go do something. It's irritating. Irritating. Yeah. And some people can tune it out and be like, go Cowboys, but nah, it affects me. I ain't gonna lie. So just watching how CeeDee Lamb and Dak still not finished. Just please get that done so we can just start the season. I'm not gonna cheer when it's done. I'm not gonna be like, yay! I'm gonna just be like, okay, next. Let's just please don't start the season where you trying to act unsure about Dak. Please don't start the season where you're finding a receiver with 1,700 yards. Just don't do it, Dallas. Don't pretend that your organization is just so wonderful and so valuable that you get to scoff at 1,700 yards. You get to look down your nose at the runner-up MVP with the most touchdowns. Like, come on, Dallas, man. We already know who you are. Like, don't act like you're a 12 when you're a 7. You're a 7 organization on football. You're a 12 when it comes to money. But when it comes to football, you are a 12. You're a 7. You're a 6. Stop acting bougie with your best. It's super annoying. And we just want to finally just focus on football. That's my final words.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Chris, appreciate the super chat, man. So which Jalen do you trust at wide receiver 3 right now? It's Jalen Tolbert, man. I locked that up, bro. My boy Jalen Tolbert over there with his chains on. We don't do preseason no more. But yeah, I would say, first of all, man, thanks for you guys for having me on, man. It's always a pleasure, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for keeping your independence, keeping your voice loud, not cowering. And just keeping it real. And I think the fan base really needs that right now because we're all searching for solutions, trying to get prepared for this season. And it's not a lot of Kool-Aid packets being sold. So I know that at the end of the day, if I need to get some real content, who can I trust? I can trust Law. I can trust Big. I can trust OC. I can trust Boss to give me the truth of what's really going on with my team. So just want to say I appreciate y'all. And secondly, Cowboys Nation, we're here. You know what I'm saying? And I understand what Boss is saying, to echo what Boss is saying, literally. I don't want to have the distractions, but it seems like the mindset in the building is that distraction is going to happen with Dallas, and I hate that, right? There's always just Dallas that comes with the territory, and a lot of the players kind of cap for it like it's okay. No, it's not okay.
Right.
Your focus should be 100% football, right? Because this doesn't go on any other place. Here in Kansas City, if you want a championship mindset, there's no extra distractions that the ownership is wanting to deliberately create. It's not like that in San Francisco and in Baltimore, right? So it's not okay because it's Dallas to get away with some of the things that they get away with. But at the end of the day, I want this team to really band together as brothers, rally for your quarterback, rally for your coaching staff, rally for your players, and hopefully make something out of this season. I feel like we're talented enough, but there's still a lot of different stuff that goes on that you better be prepared for, and especially for Dak Prescott. And when it comes to Dak Prescott, I'll say this, bro. This is probably my last time talking about the contract. If he ain't tripping about it, no longer am I. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're going to have to pick up and ball your fist and swing back with me, bro, because we out here fighting harder than you are. So if you're going to sit back and say, well, they're paying me good money still to be here, and I'm just going to do my job and show up, okay, you have to understand that. But when things backfire and they do you dirty, just understand some of this stuff you have to play a hand in. So I feel like the CeeDee Lamb deal will get done soon. When it comes to Dak Prescott, it'll probably be a situation where it doesn't happen. We'll have to have this conversation maybe next year. But Dak, sometimes you got to just play dirty with people who are playing dirty with you. But we'll see. But I will say this about number 4. He is going to have a hell of a season this year. Because when he has a dark cloud and people kind of lingering over his shoulder, that's when he kind of rebels and kind of fires back on the field. So I'm excited to see what happens with Dak Prescott, and CeeDee Lamb will be done soon. And it's time to get back to football. That's my final word. Appreciate y'all.
Great final word, boy. Great one.
Great. Yeah, great final word. Good to see you again, Tuck. Love having you on. Love listening to you. Love watching your videos, your breakdown videos. I love them. I love them. I love them. Make sure you go watch Tuck's videos, man. That's my dog. I love how you do it. Break it down. You keep it funny too. I love how you do it. So keep on turning up and killing that. Love my dog, Boss and Law. Appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. But this is what I wanted to say. I think, Boss, you were talking about it earlier about Pat Mahomes, and you said, that's a team friend or whatever. But then I came back and I heard Pat Mahomes, and this is what resonated to me. They asked him, and he said, how do you feel about being like the 11th paid? You like the best quarterback in the game. You like the 11th paid in the league. He said, I know that, but I ain't tripping because me and my front office have a great relationship.
Ooh.
I trust them. I trust them. And I know they're going to do the right thing because we have a great working relationship. We talk back and forth. There is nothing in between. So I think a Pat Mahomes can say, I can go ahead and do that because they're going to take care of me. And guess what? I don't have to go hard in negotiations, this and that, because I know that my team, if I spread out if I don't take as much, they're actually going to go out and get players for me. Yes. Players that are going to make a difference for my team.
That's true.
They're going to do that for me. So I don't have to go out and go hard and be this guy as far as my money, because I know if I take a little money back, they're going to go out and get a dog. They're going to go out and get an offensive lineman that I need. Not no regular offensive lineman. They're going to get a dog to protect me. You feel me? They don't play games. And when you trust your organization, then you don't have to go get that agent that's going to try to stick the Cowboys or try to stick Jerry Jones or stick Stephen Jones, or just like Jay Tuck said about the agent with CeeDee Lamb. We ain't going over 5 years. You're not going to stick us. You get what I'm saying? That makes a difference to me when we're talking about players like that. Man. It's the trust. And I don't feel the trust from CeeDee, the trust from Dak. That's why they got rid of those other agents and got these hardball guys, because we don't trust you and you're going to screw us. So let me go ahead and get the guy that's really going to turn up and make y'all say, we ain't going for this. And I think that's just really my final word, is that there's no trust. I don't feel like there's trust. And as long as there's no trust, we're going to keep going around in this dirty, ugly circle, in my opinion, because things are still the same. They haven't changed. These front office are still the same people. They don't go out and get guys. So if I say, okay, I'll give you a team-friendly deal, but are you going to go out and get me somebody? No. We don't see it. And that's the problem, the trust factor. And that's my final word.
Hey, I love being a Cowboy.
Big game changer.
Game changer.
Let's have some fun. Let's have a good time, man. Let's kick it.
You killed it, boy. You killed that fight.
Sir. Trust is everything, right?
Man, you need to clip that. Clip that.
You clip it. You clip it. I don't know how to do the.
You said something, boy.
I mean,
I've been really in the field.
Are we lying here, though?
We
still live.
I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals. I make the deal.
Ain't no trust. And love is different.
Nah, bro. And you know, I'm glad you brought that up at the end, because that did come to me a little bit later. Is that Mahomes team friendly? They do go get free agents for him, bro. You right.
They take care of him, and they make sure they do it. They say, okay, you did this for us, we're going to do this for you. Because we want to keep winning. We don't want to lose. We want to keep winning Super Bowls, and we're going to do whatever it takes to win the Super Bowl. That's not here in Dallas.
Right. They're trading out Orlando Brown.
Right.
They like staying competitive. They ain't trying to win a championship every single year. They don't go all out to do that. They don't put all their chips in every single year. And when you don't do that, it's just frustrating as a fan, because you know your team is talented and you're tired of the failures. The players got to do it too, and we understand that. But to me, it always starts up top.
And I 1,000% guarantee you that CeeDee Lamb would took a pay cut to keep Amari Cooper.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man.